Good morning, everyone. This is Tao Dang, and I'm going to be going over a little bit about gang stalking since I am a target individual, TI. I'm going to go back to some of my data uploads from my events of my life being a target. And watching a lot of like-minded people that has been a target. So now my mission is to help those how to deal with situation of gang stalking. And I'm going to break it down to how the main mind brainwashing works because it deals with your three-dimensional world as a human, and then it deals with your spiritual side. So I'm gonna be going back and forth, and you guys gonna have to. If you guys don't know nothing about this, you're gonna have to figure it out. There's a big story behind it, and I'm backing it up like big time. It's kind of like an alien kind of understanding. Okay, so what we're gonna talk about today is because I'm a victim of gangs stalking, and this is gonna be the last time I say that. From now on, I'm gonna use in the place of the word gang stalking, I'm gonna use universe. So therefore, you guys can understand that I don't give things title once I know that it's a negative vibration. I give it my definition. I'm gonna call gang stalking the universe as of a spiritual being. I'm gonna go through right now with some of the things that have my background and what had happened to me and how I analyze things and how I put things into perspective for all of us. Okay, I I've been in. I'm a 40-year-old man that's relatively a very typical average Joe, good looking, hardworking man in society. I worked since I was 18, paid my tax all the way up to recent date into my 34. When it was 34, it started hitting me real hard. That's when life was getting hard for me. It's like when I started seeing, why am I doing all this and I don't make no money? I bust my ass. I'm a first class welder, fitter. I'm a head chef at Luke Bryan's right now. Um, I have my background of being a shrimp boat captain, so I'm a very self-taught individual. I have no education background into the education rims of the United States of America in the school level, but I am a part of society, and being a part of society with an outspoken, not voice, folks, with an outspoken spirit. Okay, so I have a very outspoken spirit. My spirit, it does not lie to me, and I cannot lie to it. I'm a very straightforward person. And however I feel, I will speak my piece. And this is for the voice for all of us that has been a victim of this. I have been listening to a lot of you guys, but at the same time, being in this situation, listening to all of you guys on YouTube that's going through the same situation, I can't take everything that you guys are going through because I felt a lot of that, and I don't want to let other people. I want to let other people understand this part right here. The game the psychological game that they're doing, they will have people up there talking about shit like this to put shit like that whatever they want you to hear on these stalking videos on YouTube, etc., for you to hear, and then they know what's in your mind, so they're going to play some of these things back, so they're trying to screw with your head in that perspective too. Not saying that a lot of these people are not truthful about what they're saying. It's like they're still trying to figure it out like I am. Okay, so I broke it down to so many levels of brainwashing and how they attack people. Okay, um, as far as uh, the brainwashing levels that they have that I have came up with analyzing with 40 years, I came up with the first one would be religion. Religion. Once they brainwash you and they keep you into that. Well, let me back up. Let me tell you how they pick up their data. Their data they pick up, let's just say, in a small uh, attachment right here. Like when you go into a casino and all those cameras in there. The job of the casino, the cameras in the casino, what the job is this face recognition. So when you walk into any casino or across America or across the world, they use the same software or hard drive or whatever they use. They use that same face recognition thing. So when you go into a casino, what happens? Every human that walks through the doors of a casino, once you get into that first thing where they check your ID, they got your face, they pulled up everything about you, your history, what kind of habits you have when you're gambling, or you're alcoholic. Do you lose and spend back your money, or do you win your money and you go spend your money outside of the casino and then you come back and you try to win again? And then they take this data, and then that's how they work off of all the card shuffling things. It's all connected. Computers are all connected. So within that right there, with that scenario right there, it's just a small scenario as a casino as an entity of its own. Okay, so now when we break it out to the level of brainwashing the world, okay, likewise they have a face recognition. It starts out with, okay, a person that's a very holy person, believing Jesus and Buddha and Allah and all that. That's why we see a lot of the wars in the Middle East and stuff like that, because they all fall into the category of brainwashing of religion. Okay, brainwashing of religion is the first one that I pick out. The second one is the people that are into material, money, easy money, conning, pros. They're not bad people. It's just they don't care about the world. They just care about their pocket and their food, their well-being, the image of their 3D dimensional world. That's the second uh, brainwashing. So when you fall these two categories, they won't have to gang stalk you, because you're already brainwashed. You're already into a category of, you don't have to work. You're not worrying about what happened in the world. Okay. The third one, and I'm gonna keep this into the 3 dimensional realm, and then I'm gonna jump out into the spiritual world in a minute here. So, and then the third one is gang members, not gang stalking, gang members, drugs, prostitution, and all of that. That's the third brainwash. If you're into those things, then that's a brainwash that they don't have to stalk you, right? Like for me, I was into that drug scene for a long time. But see, the difference from me and the drug scene was, I'm a very intelligent and aware and conscious human, and I'm very in tune with my spirit. And the background about me is, yes, I do know about the demonic thing. I believe a lot of the vibration out there does exist, but I know feeding the vibration with acknowledging it, all I'm doing is feeding it and making it grow. So therefore, I don't take knowledge of it, because one thing for me as a human with 40 years, I've been to places where people have been haunted with ghosts, to the point where if they walk into the house and then the kettle turn on or the toilet flush and all of that. I've been into those places, but when I get there with my spirit, not the human, not the touching Taodang, with the spiritual side of me, once I get into a building where there are negative energy like that, I dominate it. It does not show itself to me in my 40 years of breath. So therefore, I know what I'm dealing with when I'm saying, not in the Tao Te, not in my breath, not as this well-being, but in my spiritual, because I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And when you guys realize that notion right there, you'll be able to deal with this gang stalking a lot better. A lot of you guys right now don't take recollections in this. This gang stalking thing. It deals with yourself and your self belief in yourself. Okay, a lot of you guys are going through the same thing I went through. I went through everything about it. Where there's my parents, where there's popping in the ears, dust in the corner of my damn room that I used to stay. It'd be just cluttered with dust. And then the drugs that I take, every time I would take it, my skin would break out with fucking like lines of fucking, like, the blood is like all kinds of shit up in my bloodline, because when I take that drug that they give me. So I walked in that in 2013. or 2012, I got into the meth scene. But I've been into drugs my whole life. I've been through there's not a substance on earth today that I haven't put on in this body on a high level, folks. And if you watch any of my documentaries in my YouTube channel of OTD Real Talk, you'll see the development of my understanding. In about 2013 is when it really hit me. That's when work. That's when my awareness started waking up. My third eye was getting its awakening, and that's when the stalking begins, folks. It's when you start getting aware. That's when the gang stalking really is going to hit you. As long as you're dumbed down and you're not aware of the situation, they won't mess with you. That's why that's why a lot of you guys don't understand that. It's a blessing of yours that you're getting awakening by the universe, but you guys are not aware of that. You guys thinking you should be scared of all this gang stalking, even though it does exist, and I believe it does because I've been put into these things. I dealt with a lot of them, and back then when you were ignorant and you didn't know, and I would hang around a lot of them. A lot of them comes from they would work out of town a lot. Like they'll be in there for about 2 3 days, and then they say I gotta go off sea, or the way they talk. I knew the way they talk was weird and different, but I couldn't make it out. Signals, sign signals, all this shit. I caught it all because I'm very aware of my surrounding at all times. I'm a sharp cat. I'm a very sharp individual in this world, and those some of the things like this video could go for 2 3 days if I had to try to put it in. So I'm just going to try to put in bits and pieces and then get the feedback from all of you guys. If you like it, give me some thumbs up, and if you don't like it, fuck you, don't put no damn thumbs down on my thing. I'm the undefeated YouTube channel guy that never got a thumbs down before. So if you want to be that asshole, give me a thumbs down. You're welcome to, but I'm just gonna say I love you, and I want to give you a big hug and kiss. And that's another thing that I want you guys to understand how you beat this thing. And I call it dang stopping, is because my last name is Dang, and I'll show you guys how to stop this gang stalking shit. The universe testing you. I call that the universe testing you. I don't call it gang stalking, even though there's a word for it. I call it the universe testing me. So when the universe tests me in these situations, I shine because the universe loves me and the universe knows that I can handle it. That's why the universe is throwing all these things to me. And any people or energy around me, they're just an obstacle to me within that understanding. So it's how you analogize and how you reword some of the babbling is Babylonian ways of definitions that we in America today have adapted into our lives. You guys have to take back the knowledge of educations, not in your school, like Christopher Columbus found America. We know how much that is a lie. So some of those things in school you learned, you're gonna have to let it go if you haven't already. I'm not saying forget it, let it go, put it in the back bin somewhere, put it up, upload new datas, up to date one, because the world for me today, why I stand out on a high level is because I know of the awakening. The awakening, it comes in a cycle, and it's the Christian cycle of life right now. It's the peak of intelligence where we all like the kids today. Most of them, they're born out. They're indigos. They're really psychic. They got very strong psychic abilities. My niece and nephew, like when I play with them, I have it. My third eye is wide open right now, and I can actually like it's not fully manifested, but I know it's there, and I know that I believe in my gut instinct now. Like when something is really twisting in my gut and stuff, that means I'm really aware of it. Like I pay attention to it now. It's not like before. Okay, so getting back to the types of brainwashing they have out there. So let's recap. We had religion, and then we have money, and then we have drugs, right? And then this those are the in the world situation. Now we're gonna go up to technology. They got technology to do this to us. Okay. Now this is the kicker. This is the one that you guys don't know how to express it because it's the spiritual side of you. Because this is a silent war. And if anyone knows anything about a silent war, to me it's the most beautiful war. Because if it's a war, that means I'm in the war and I'm fighting for good. So whatever evil is, that's the war of evil, and I'm a good vibration, a good energy, and a love vibration. So this is a war between I and people like-minded and people that are on my same caliber of a spiritual being having a human experience. It's our war to fight them. Okay, so how do you defeat these things? Oh, yeah, the last one is voodoo, demonic shit. The voodoo, the congregating, the star upside down, the devil worshiper, the Lucifer, and all of that. Okay. The one thing about all of that we have to take into consideration. Those are some of the things that gang stalking they don't tell you. Okay. That's why when you get into this level of gang stalking, you're in tune with your spiritual side. And I'm not about just one religion, because when you break down to religion, to me, it's a spiritual side of you. It's preference. If you were born in a Christian home with your parents being Christians, you're gonna be a Christian. If you were born in a Buddhism home, you're gonna be a Buddhism. Or you have the choice when you grow up, you don't want to choose any. It doesn't matter. It's preference. But if you don't take knowledge of things like that, that you didn't have a choice of your religion, basically growing up, being in a household that owns that religion or believe in that religion, you're in that category. That's already a brainwashing itself. Okay, and then, oh yeah, let me back up into the three-dimensional brainwashing. They start up into 8 years old now. They start the brainwashing, but I don't think they can start it any more younger, like 7 years old down. But I'm pretty sure from 8 years old going up towards life, they already got process of whether it's education and things in life right now that uh, that does this to people, that condition people for the brainwashing. Let's just say the president or rich people. You know, you guys tell me, you can't tell me, like, if you're born in a rich family, the snobbiness that you have, the thinking you're better than everyone, you don't get that because of your attitude. You get that because of your family, your tree line, your bloodline. That's how they react to these situations. So you grow up doing the same thing. See, those are some of the patterns that brainwashing, it's not just today. It's been in the process since life had intelligence till now. Okay? So it's not a one day kind of thing. It's not just 2018. It's been back in Jesus, Buddha, and beyond days. So if you want to take everything in perspective, you have to take in the whole picture of life. You can't just think of a narrow situation of 2018, 2013. You got to go all the way back into time to take in the perspective of the whole problem before you can solve it. So with solving this problem, okay, so we went from, let me recap again: religion, money, and drugs. And then when you're young, they already condition your mind for that. You know, I don't want to. And then it goes to the other side of it, like the electronics, the TVs, the phones. There's a lot of ways of brainwashing, in other words. But see, that's in the three-dimensional world. Now, the brainwashing that you guys are not really aware of is your spiritual side of that they really, 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 really want to brainwash. It's not your touching body that they care about. It's your spiritual side, because that has eternal life. That has a vibration that when you close your breath and you don't live here on earth no more, that vibration is still in the universe. It's expanding with the universe. And then they do have apparatus, technology, shooting and all that. But if you have anything about spiritual, learning about anything about spiritual, I'm a Buddhism understanding. And Buddhism is not a religion to me, it's a way of living. And when I got this gang stalking hit me, it hit me hard, guys. Let's just say it hit me hard. And hitting hard on a person with a normal mind is different than a person's that been stayed up for like a week on meth, and it hits you. It hits you a totally different way. I'm talking about like you freak out and you want to kill people, and yeah, it was all up in this shit. So, but at the same time, dealing with all those moments, I was always a hear. I'm a hearing guy kind of now. Okay, I'm a very breath oriented, nature kind of understanding in my life. I'm always connected to the universe. So even when I was in those situations, I would remember some of the things that they would put in my head, like they would put in there, like my wife, my ex-wife was a man. And then I started seeing her. The more I see her, the more she started looking like a man to me. You know, but then you don't fall for the trick, right? This is the part where most people they fall for the trick. They blame the people that's doing that to them. Like for instance, when this game stalking shit, you guys gotta figure. This is the biggest thing. You got when you get so lost in this world, but you don't know where to lean into. Like I got lost. I got singled out to just being myself, my family and everything. Like every time I would hit meth and I would go to my parents, that's when the trigger. That's when they would know it. And that's when I guess I don't know how it happens, but that's when my parents would attack me with verbal words like, and I'm doing shit for them for free. And you know when I do meth, I'm fucking like really good about fucking what I'm doing. I'm on top of my game. It's not even the meth that I chase or I need. It's just me as a doctor. I know that there are medicine out there that's called Adderall that I need to slow my brain processing. It's too fast for this three-dimensional world. And that chemical it helps me focus. So when they had gave that to me, they screwed up because they didn't know that I was doctoring myself. The first time I came in 2013, they got me real good. Let's just say I could have lost my life 10 times, like, easily. Car hitting me, but the spiritual vibration. I have a shield. You know, those are some of the things that when you guys get into this level and you get connected to your spiritual side, because once you get into this warfare, you can't be fearful of nothing no more in your three-dimensional world as an avatar. You only fighting for your spirit now. So you should be very strong on that. And how I'm coming about all that right now, it's I work out my ass off. I feel good about myself. I do my video 3 checks a day. You know, I every morning I wake up, I do a video of my diary. And I used to have a closed diary. Now I have an open diary. And and I talk to myself in a very intelligent person, talking back and forth to myself because this conversation that I talk with intelligence, I can't talk to no one in this world today. Every time I like-minded people, I thought I had a couple of friends that could understand where I'm coming from. And then when I got pushed away to the point where I am now, being singled out to just be by myself again, nothing to it. I love it. And then my process of being alone, it gives me that much more power to fight for righteousness. Because back then when I had family and I had to worry about people around me that I love and shit like that, it takes you out. Because I knew there was in my family, I knew there was a negative vibration. I knew it was a negative energy, but I would start getting mad at my own family. Like my mom and dad, bless their heart, I would think they're attacking me. And then so this some of the things that I went back to is like these people had me. They born me out here. Why would they do shit like this? Right? Why would they fucking use words to fucking kill my life like this? Right? And then with all the drugs and stuff, that's when they start beating you down like real bad. They're like, that motherfucker's gone off the far end, yada 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 yada. So just last year, this year in 2017, I quit meth for 2013. I quit meth, and then I started analyzing life. I started analyzing life. I started talking to myself every day, and I started talking this shit out. And then I just found out about this gang stalking shit, and now everything, the whole picture, the whole puzzle is like put together. So, so with that knowledge right there, I love everyone that's going through this, but I can guarantee you guys that some of the ways you thinking is exactly right, but at the same time, you guys are not helping others to how to defend themselves. You know, the key thing to this is how do you defend yourself from gang stalking? And this is the video for you guys out there in the real world. This is how you do it. Okay, you have to take everything into perspective that I said at the beginning of the brainwashing. You have to be real about this shit. This is real talk with OTD, the original Talking. So you have to take into consideration that the brainwashing, that UCC is a Social Security bank account, secret bank account that you own that has millions in it, and you're allowed to use the money in it, but you don't know how to get to it. You don't care to know how to get to it. I'm learning how to get to it, and I'm going to, once I get my money out, I'll show a lot of other people how to do it because I'm a very good coach and a leader of today's world. And back then, when let me tell you, give you guys a little bit background. Back then, when I was on that stuff, and then hanging around the people that were stalking, and then I would know these people were like, man, they're really evil people, but I like to hang around them because they had all that free drugs and shit like that. So I have no fear. I knew I was walking into the lair of the devil, but I would walk in there and just assess it, and I would do it. And then when I know something, the thing about Tadang is when I know I'm doing something right or I feel that it's right, and if everyone else in the world think it's wrong, so be it. I'm be a very wrong person a lot, you know. So that's my mentality of approaching life. And you guys have to rewire the way you think, folks. Okay, as a human, you have to protect your spirit in this game of game stalking. Like for instance, for me, they singled me out to the point where I have nothing, lonely, no money, no job, and all that. Okay, now knowing that there's a gang stalking thing, that just made me popular. You see, so all this silly shit that they do, I laugh at it because my aura of a human is has nothing to do with that. They in essence, they cannot touch my spirit because I'm allowed to live here on earth with so many breath. I'm aware of this. You know, I'm aware of life. I'm aware of my blessings. I'm aware of source. And so knowing that there are yin and yang in this world, okay, you have to very be knowledgeable. Knowledge is power, folks. And a lot of you guys that have been in this gang stalking, obviously you guys are getting closer to your spirit. That's why you're able to talk the way you're talking, being open the way you're being open, with no thinking about how other people are saying it because you know that it's happening to other people. But you guys are not identifying it's that your spirit side is shining right now. It's not you, the human, that is getting all this. It's your spiritual side is getting it. And your spiritual side is a very strong vibration, folks. It's a very, very strong vibration. And with the awakening that's happening in our universe and in our world today, it's the only reason why a lot of us is feeling this. It's called the awakening, your third eye being awoken, the fluoride in your toothpaste, the fluoride in your water. Why do you think I have Kangen alkaline water? Why do you think I have Beamer? Why do you think I have a Buddha shirt on me at all times? These are subtle things, somatic things to do for myself in my three-dimensional world to remind me that I'm a conscious and aware of, yes, the water in the tap water, in bottled water, the acid, the fluoride, it's hurting a lot of us. I'm very aware of this. These are some of the things I have. These are some of the things I wear to promote, to let the people of the world, there are things that how to defeat it. And plus there are great, uh, once you get into this change up, once you once you get into this change up, a playing ball with your spirit and not your well-being, you're going to be hitting home runs everywhere, guys. You're going to be guided. Okay, when you tap into spirit, I'm going to share this with you guys real quick. When you tap into your spirit side, I want you guys to don't think outside of the universe. I want you guys to stay right here in breath when you want to ask for help from the universe. I use this analogy a lot, and it's working great for me. When I breathe out, I'm breathing out carbon dioxide. And when I breathe out carbon dioxide, the trees outside is taking in my carbon dioxide, is giving me back my oxygen. Okay? So don't think outside of that understanding, then you can see the God inside of you. Right? So we're trying to look for the God inside of all of us. The Jesus, the Buddha, the Allah, the etc. of heaven, however you want to describe it in your scenario. We're trying to look for that. You don't look for it in your dreams. You don't look for it in your imagination. You don't look for it in your thoughts. You don't look for it in no book. You look for it within yourself. Okay, folks, you look for it within yourself. How do you bring that perspective to it? Understand nature. Understand that when you breathe out, that tree breathes oxygen out, and that's powerful. That alone should keep you here now. Because the trick to this is knowing you're a spiritual being having a human experience, but the trick to it is to always be in here and now as a human perspective and a mindset, not to be let it out into another world of demonic ways of thinking. You don't want to feed it. This is a great analogy for you guys that don't get what I'm saying. If you never watched that, and this is even with the corporations and stuff that we are tied into in America today, because America is a corporation. We are entity of corporation. We have no more rights. We have none of that. Okay, so I want you guys to watch the movie Monster Inc. cartoon. Okay, and I want you guys to see how the bad people collect energy. How do they collect energy? They go out there, they make little kids scream. And when the kids scream, they grab the energy. Okay, so now when you break it into today's three-dimensional world and out of the cartoon into our world, okay, how do they do that here? How do the demonic things here on earth harness their energy? Okay? I've been a blue collar, white collar. I work. I work a lot. Let's just say when I was 28, I had enough points to retire on my Social Security because I pay that much tax already. Okay, that's how much I worked in the corporate America. So I have so much to say, and I'm trying to put it all into this video. So if it's too radical for you guys, I'm sorry, but if you can get it, implement it and put it into your life, because this war that we're having right here right now, it has nothing to do with anyone. It only has you manifesting your spirit into that belief that if there's good, I mean if there's bad, then you're good. If there's evil, then you're a superhero. You see, you have to analyze and do reality. Okay, this is yin and yang. You have to be able to always use your mind processing system in those due reality. Like for me, due reality is what? Taodang, the man in breath, and then Taodang, the spiritual. That's due reality. I'm living in due reality. Every analogy I have to have a due reality, right? Every thought you have to have a good and a bad. Don't just have a bad, or these gang stalkers or evil people. No, you have to think about the good. If it wasn't for them, then you wouldn't be awake. And if you weren't awake, you couldn't help all the other people that needs the help that are weaker than you. See, the scenario of how you defeat something that is a negative vibration as of gang stalking is very simple for me. It's because I went to the school system in America, being an Asian guy getting picked. Oh, you Bruce Lee. Oh, you're the kid in Indiana Jones. You look like that kid in Indiana Jones. I got that my whole life. Or they be like, your face so flat, look like a chalkboard. Shit like that. I grew up in that kind of shit. But to me, those things didn't bother me. Right? A lot of people let that bother them. And then because I know who I am, when you say shit like that, I know how ignorant you are. I know how ignorant you are. And then when I see so many people say this, like black folks, they would say that a lot. And then all what that did was, excuse my French, and I'm not trying to put down any race, but I know the hood. I grew out the hood, and I know they don't have a chance in the world. Okay, because that's what the condition. That's one of their brainwashing thingy. But I went to school here, and but I was always, I know myself. I'm an outspoken spirit, and I'm a very powerful. Oh yeah, I make it rain too. Let's just say when I was on, I guess it's that thing when you're on some kind of drug. It could be a euphoria, and you get in touch with your spirit, like heavy duty kind of shit. Like, some people they like MDMA or acid and stuff before they can get or peyote. Meth was mine. Meth was where I took down shit like voodoo spells, people putting on me. I fucking took it down. I tore it up, and I was a menace to it. And that's another thing about with your intelligence. Okay, when you playing the game of knowing that they got gang stalking out there, you just got to do a dang stopping. Okay, the dang stopping is simple. The dang stopping is if you there, then I'm shining. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna shine so bright for y'all motherfuckers. You guys gonna have to run away from me. Like you're not allowing my presence now. Now that I know that there are things like that does exist, I know that I can keep them out of my vibration now. I can because I'm a spiritual being with a lot of power. You see what I'm saying? You guys understand that part? Like a spiritual being having a human experience, you don't fear none of this demonic bullshit that they're throwing out there. What you guys do is when you guys get so frustrated with this, you guys start feeding it. You feed it with your worriness. You feed it with your confusion. You feed it with ignorancy. You feed it with anger. You feed it. You feed it. You feed. You feed. You feed it. And that's what the game is. The game of game stalking is they want you to feed the fear so that they can collect your energy. If you guys don't know there's energy sucking vampire out there in this real world, then this might not be the video for you. Because there are people out there sucking your energy every day, folks. And I told you guys, watch that movie Monster Inc. and you kind of get what I'm trying to say. There are people out there really trying to make kids scream so that they can grab the energy. And then like that movie, there's that one thing. Now they got that fucking bad apparatus where they can get all that energy out of one kid. So technology is catching up with all this, but this is the part where I'm trying to explain to you guys, since it's such a silent war, and for those that believe in Jesus coming back, I want you guys to use this empowerment that I'm giving you guys. Bring the Jesus inside of you out, and then Jesus will be saving a lot that want to be saved in this world. Does that make sense to you guys? Does that make sense to you? Like for those that believe that our Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ is going to come back to this world and save those that deserve to go to heaven. Now, believing that is one thing. How do you prepare for that to happen is the question I'm asking you all. How I do this is I let the Jesus inside of me manifest itself out. And that's just one Jesus understanding inside of me coming out, or one Buddha understanding inside of me coming out. So imagine if you allowed your belief to manifest into that is Jesus or Buddha or Allah or whatever religion you may be in. And for those that just doesn't understand a lot of this religion crap, is a lot of freaking metaphorically speaking crap, then you guys keep on going to pray every Wednesday, Thursday, Easter Sunday, and Christmas. Because you guys are really, really not gonna you guys are not gonna let go of that brainwashing thing. But one thing I do know is the awakening is happening. And there's gonna be a kicker for you guys that's gonna be awakening in the future. You're gonna kick yourself in the ass. Trust me. And I think in the awakening, that's gonna be the most painful thing for the good humans of this world. The most painful thing that you guys are gonna have to go through in the awakening is knowing you were so ignorant. But me as a leader, I'm telling you guys, I felt it. I felt that. Was I so ignorant to get tricked and fooled into this understanding? And I beat myself up for years. And that's when the brainwashing was trying to beat my ass up. But it had nothing to do with the brainwashing. It had something to do with my own perspective of life. Why did I let that happen to me? See, I don't blame any brainwashing anything in my life, because that at that time I did use drugs. Right? So I'm not gonna give the bad people a title, even though they're hiding, even though they did it. I'm gonna say I did drug and it fucked up my head. You know what I'm talking about? But today, learning about gang stalking and all that, how do you defeat anything like that? Like I said earlier, in school, how do you deal with? Oh yeah, this is another one. I hear about it all the time, and then this is the world speaking. When you get on the level of spiritual, high level of where I'm at right now, the world speaks. but you don't catch it when the world was speaking. It's only now that when you get to the awakening, you catch every ball that the world's throwing at you. Okay. Last few years, how many of you watch TV and you hear about bullying, school bullying, text bullying, right? Those are some of the identification that they're trying to tell you to stop gang stalking, bullying for the. But this is they're breaking it down for the kids in school. You guys see how freaking demonic and how freaking far this shit goes into our school system of our children are dealing with this today. And see that should piss you off that you know this now. But see, that's the part where you're feeding it if you get pissed off. I'm letting you guys all know this with real talk is because I want you guys to protect yourself. Be a very calm, zen in perspective, and then we can beat them. But if you, the thing about negative energy is don't react to negative energy. Like I have a great aura, I call it a vibration of love. So I don't react to negativity. I only evolve through love. You guys see that? See how unique that was? I don't react to negativity. I only evolve through love. That means I only make myself look more beautiful. I go work out. I talk better. I make sure I look my face is all clean. I make sure my car is clean. I make sure everything that I have is clean. I make sure my clothes is folded. I make sure I do my bed in the morning. See, these are things that you have to do for yourself. You have to start doing making habits for yourself, folks. These habits is going to help you along the way of never being a gang stalking situation again. Okay? And a lot of these things, it's like when you in a spiritual world and then you're battling with all this brain mind washing thing, okay? Now, you don't battle them with your breath and your skin and this. You use your spirit to kick their ass. You see what I'm saying? Because if you know that there's a demonic evil spirit, then that means that if there's a evil, a negative, whatever, unless you want to join them, unless you want to join the evil negative, then good. That's preference. That's what you want to do. Then you're gonna connect to them pretty well. But like for people like me, that now, okay, before I didn't really understood or really pay attention to it the way I have today. Now that I know that there's evil, demonic, it's just that much more for me to be. It's just that much more easier for me to be. And that's the only way we can defeat anything out there in this world today, folks. It's because in a fractal understanding, if you if you're that evil person is trying to feed off of you when you get mad and stuff like that, that's how they suck up their energy. That's how they grow. When you frustrated, you get mad and you want to kill them and all that. That's when they're sucking your damn energy. Okay? And the process, the mind processing is the most important thing that us in this human touching three-dimensional breath understanding is the mind has to be over the matter. Mind over matter. Okay? Mind over matter, folks. So whatever out there that you think that matters to you, the gang stalking everywhere you go, they're fucking trying to give signs and shit. Who the fuck are they? Fuck them bitches. Come look at me here. You can look at me when I'm wiping my ass if you want. You want to know how many pieces of shit come out of my ass? Come on, record it. I don't give a fuck. At least somebody's watching me. You know, your mind has to be over the matter. You have to laugh at the situation to fix the situation that is laughable. These gang stalking shit, and you trying to tell me you're a human and you really feel this and you can't laugh at the shit that's happening, you got issue, buddy. You gotta learn how to laugh at this shit and then beat the fuck out of them. You understand what I'm saying, guys? You gotta be able to laugh at all this shit because to me it's like a cartoon. To me it's like, what we doing today, bro? Well, Pinky, we're going to try to take over the world. It's like that kind of shit to me. And when you think of that kind of shit, you laugh at it. You gotta be able to laugh at this stupid shit that's happening in this world right now, guys. I know it's serious like a fucking heart attack. Let's just say I take down a lot of shit. I took a lot of power away from that voodoo shit. I know that people back then, I don't know about the wizard understanding white people, black people, but I know in my Asian culture, there's that voodoo fucking putting hooks in the goddamn swiggly line and then they fucking make your stomach fucking knot up like this and fucking can't eat nothing. You got hooks in your stomach and rot away inside your belly, man. Let's just say my intel on that is pretty accurate because I know some people that are on the white side of helping those people in my bloodline. So that's why I say some of you guys don't take consideration about your bloodline and how your ancestors are. Like my ancestor, I come from a bloodline of white witches, you can say, in this today's world. Like if there's a dark witch, there's a white witch. Well, that's what my ancestors used to do. Like if anybody ever got voodoo or put under some kind of spell, my great great grandpa and all of them would come and help those people and get all that fucking shit out their body, all that fucking hooks and words and worms and shit out your body that even the doctors, even today's doctor with X-ray don't see shit. Okay, so some of these things you got to take in consideration that does exist, but don't let it scare you. Okay, because that's just a vibration of energy that needs to grow through fear. And don't feed it with fear. You just have the knowledge that it does exist. So that when it does come into you, you say, I don't believe it. Get the fuck out of my face. I know it does exist, but I'm more of a heavenly. I got the nature. I got the tree to protect me. If there is something like that, and I don't have any kind of special skills or any kind of special ability, and I'm just a very normal human the way I am today, the universe will help you guys. I promise you. You know, if like, let's just say some of you guys get into this thing and you scared you might get assassinated. Fuck assassinating. Shit, assassinating become everybody that I know become got assassinated became a hero. Unless you're a freaking celebrity that sold your soul to the devil, then you don't get it. But like Abraham Lincoln, that motherfucker, Martin Luther King, damn, Jesus, woo, I'm down with all that. I'm down with that. This life, this 3 dimension, I'm willing to sacrifice it. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to anything demonic, brainwashing, get out of my fucking face. You guys are chump changed in this real world that I live. Because if you can't do this, if you can't match me on loving everyone in the world, and you want to destroy every fucking shit for a couple of lizards in the fucking hierarchies, the sad thing about you fuckers that sold yourself to this understanding is this is the part where you guys don't get. You guys won't never get to the level of a lizard, and you guys can't come back to the level of a human. That's for eternal. That's for me. I'm sharing this with you guys. So enjoy it because once you guys know this, you're gonna have to enjoy whatever you got here on Earth. And remember, here on Earth is only about 100 years. For a mosquito, it's like 3 4 days. For you, you say it's 100 years. You think it's a long time? No. Eternal is a long time, folks. Eternal is a long time. You know, eternal. There's a word eternal. That's a long time. 100 years, 120. That's no time. Mosquito 3 days. That's life for it. That's human. Maybe 100 years old. That's life for it. And those are some of the things you guys don't take into perspective right there. Enjoy your life. Because after this breath, you don't have to believe you have the spirit, but I'm just saying every action has a reaction. And if you don't see those kind of reaction in your 3D dimensional world today, then you never get what I'm trying to say in your spiritual world. Because here in life, in your 3 dimensional world today, when you do something, it comes back in full. It comes back in full. It comes back in full. And I'll give you a scenario in my own family. My father, when he was younger, he was a drinker. He was a woman, and back in his days, women didn't have a say in anything. The woman just had to be quiet and cook and clean, and the man is the shit. Back in my dad's day, he had 2 women on each arm. My mom had to go in there and wash the woman clothes and shit like that. See what I'm saying? And now, coming full circle, when he gets to his old age, he don't get to say shit no more. My mom's the fucking queen now. She say all the shit now. And he has to deal with some of the shit my mama say, boy, fuck his world up, boy. Like, I'm like, my dad didn't do nothing. But I understand the cycle of life. My dad had done that to my mom too many times. And it came back full circle. That's why he has to deal with it here on earth before he dies. It's a cycle. Okay? So with your spiritual side, the cycle is a lot bigger, a lot wider, and a lot fucking more thorough. If you guys not believing that. That's how perfection we are of a nose, ear, eyes, mouth, wisdom, understanding. If you guys can't take that into consideration, then you guys got a problem. So the thing about gang stopping, the gang stalking is very simple. Love yourself, protect yourself, believe in yourself, share the message of love, share the message of spirit, share the message of the awakening of the universe and the conscience awakening, the third eye being awake. Share that fluorides in your toothpaste. Use Tom's toothpaste. That's the only one I've seen at Walmart that doesn't have fluoride, by the way. Drink Kangen water, Kangen alkaline water. Use Beamer. It's a frequency vibration to knock out all the nasty vibration. If you think they're shooting your ass up with fucking all this shooting ray shit, then goddamn get something that's fucking NASA's using. This is NASA using this shit to help people bring their vibration back into fucking harmonic vibration. It's called blood flow, but people that talk like me like kind of understand where I'm coming from. So now I don't have to kind of like repeat myself too much. Because I used to have to repeat myself a lot. Because when I'm talking to some other people, I was scared that they wouldn't understand what I'm saying. Now I see a lot of people on YouTube that do this shit like black, white, but I haven't seen an Asian guy stepped up like me yet. So I'm gonna be the first Asian guy talking about gang stalking, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do gang stopping, and that's how we stop this shit. So how you stop an entity of negative vibration as gang stalking is you don't give it a title. So when shit happened to me right now, whenever people drive slow or whatever that I hear, like the soliciting, the red car and all, fuck all that. I got fucking problems up my ass. You think I got time to worry about who's stalking me? I ain't got no money for bills. I ain't got no money for shit. You think I got time for fucking worry about gang stalker up my ass? Fuck you all. Those are the mindset that you guys have to adopt. It's like life is too busy for me to worry about y'all shit. But see, the difference in that scenario is you have knowledge. You're not the guy that's saying, I need to go make money for my bills. No, you're distracting your mind with the words of, I have problems that I need to go make money so that when I have money, I can help others. Being broke and being a victim isn't going to help no one. Okay? Being broke, being a victim, standing up strong from that position to be a better human, don't need the money, just a better human, better looking, because a lot of them, what are they? This game, like, okay, let's just say, let's say the stalkers that get paid from fucking to stalk you and shit like that. What are those fuckers out there? Do you put yourself in that category of a piece of shit? If you do, then you should be very fearful of those fuckers. But like for me, fuck you. Come on. I fight every one of you every day, fucker. I love taunting y'all bitches. I'll come up and tap you on your shoulder and give you a hug and a kiss. You see what I'm saying? The more, and that's my attitude. I'll hug and kiss everyone in this world. Like I'll meet you one time, and I done it to people, and like it's because it's spontaneous for me. I'll come up and hug and kiss you, like it's a honest hug and kiss. It's like I love you, man. Everybody just need this little. I love you, man. I hope you're all right in life, and I don't even need to know you. If I meet you on the street, don't be surprised if you get a hug and kiss from me. You know, don't be surprised because that's how I operate. I use love to defeat this negative shit. Anything that's evil in this world, you guys, and then you don't react to the evilness. If you do that, you're feeding the vibration. You're making the energy bigger. That's why in this world right now, why you think there's so much of the demonic shit is growing bigger and bigger. It's because more people are aware of it, but they're fear of it, they're scared of it, and so they feed that vibration. That vibration getting bigger and bigger like a Monster Inc. So how do you defeat that? Stop feeding it. Stop feeding it. Feed yourself. Feed your ego. Feed your strength. Feed your soul. Don't feed demonic shit. Don't be fearful of it. Believe it. Believe it, folks. That's y'all problem. You guys give up that you think that you yourself can't do nothing for this world. Yes, you can. Not the world that I live in, but the world that you live in, you can. Maybe not the world I live in, because my world is, as soon as I close this door, I don't know nothing unless I go on this little fucking internet shit. Your world. I don't know how many people you know in this world, but your world, you can change it. It's very simple. Change yourself. See, if I was to say change myself in 2013, I wouldn't know what the fuck I was talking about. It had to be the events of me being gang stalked. My life almost got hit by a car like 5 times, folks. But every time a car would hit me, I have a shield. And see, when you get awareness of this, and then you start seeing your shield of blessing, then you fucking like gung ho. That's why I'm like, fuck these bitches right now. Come on, bring it. See, for a lot of you guys don't pay attention. You guys only pay attention to the signs and all that. Fuck the signs. I make my own sign. When I see a nigga do this shit, I say I do this shit. When I say to do this shit, I do this shit. But then I give it my own definition. See, they can do all the sign they want with their team, but when I see them do it, I'll do my own signing and I say, this means I know everything, motherfucker. I'm old school. I'm the shit. But see, when I do it, I'm not talking to the three-dimensional nigga that's playing the game. I'm talking to that nigga's soul. Y'all see it now? You see how powerful it is? When I do all my signal in the world today, when I do mine, it's because I came up with my own way of speaking to their spirit. I'm not speaking to them anymore. And those are some of the things you guys think that all these people into this shit and they got spirit and all that. It could be. It's plausible. It very is plausible because I remember my parents used to beat me down with fucking words, and I'm talking about like, what the fuck just happened, right? And then you're supposed to like hate your mom and dad and fucking kill them. I hate my mom and dad. They never fucking understand it. That's when you're not rationalized thinking and you're not bringing back into perspective of these people gave me birth. And then especially back then, me not knowing what I know now, for me to be able to have think like that's what makes me special. And then for you guys with the knowledge of today being stalking, you should love your family. They don't have to understand. You have to understand that they are a victim. See, a lot of you guys think that they're doing this because they want to do this. Wrong. Stop that. A lot of these people are doing this without the self even knowing it, folks. That's the part where you guys are screwing up in this scary thing that you guys have put yourself in. A lot of these people don't know that they're doing it to you. So when they don't know that they're doing it to you, don't you feel sorry for them? Especially your loved ones? Because everyone in my family, I come from a family of 7. There's only one person that's buying into my understanding right now because she's been a part of it too. On my side of being stalking, and that's why I'm here to protect her right now because it's like you can do the thing to me, and I'm okay with it. But when I start opening up my knowledge to know that you done it to my little baby sister, my brothers, and all that, now you got a war with me. Now this is where I'm like, and I don't fight fair fight, folks. I don't fight no fair fight. I jump you with fucking authority of the spiritual side of me, and I will dominate it. See, all this voodoo magical shit, because of my religion, I believe that it does exist. It's been in the books, wizards, gurus, people looking for their nirvana. There hasn't nobody have found it like Buddha. There's a lot of people that try to duplicate, mimic it, but there's no one that found it like Buddha. Never. In the history of 2,500 years till now. A lot of people get close to it. They get to love, but they never go past that. So the teachings of our religion in life today, whether it's Jesus or whatnot, you guys have to take it into the perspective of the goodness of it and not the whole story of it. Just take the good. Think of just Jesus is good, Buddha is good, and leave it right there. Don't have to get into the details of where you stand in life or what's going on in your life. You just have to really like focus on how we're gonna be defeat this big ass problem that we have in this world right now. It's a big ass problem. A lot of nasty shit in this world. Don't react to it. Get into a fractal understanding and get more beautiful. Now you gotta get more beautiful. A fractal it breaks down if you're trying to defeat evil and you're battling it, you're only feeding it. So if you know that, how you defeat it is you look the other way. You know it exists. It can't do nothing to you, right? When you know about the magic trick, it can't trick you. It can't do nothing to you. That's the key thing that most of our awareness is beautiful, but you have to know how to use your awareness, folks. Awareness means like uh, rabbit out of a hat. Once you know that trick right there, it's not a trick anymore. That means that you can't get tricked. A lot of these somatic things they're doing today, it's a trick. And once you know the trick, they can't hurt you. They can't penetrate your persona of love or spirit. So the thing about all of this is it does is to me, even till now, watching videos on YouTube and then putting shit out there like that can make a person very really paranoid. You know, watching a lot of these videos that you guys put on there about gang stalking shit, it can make a person very paranoid. So, those are some of the things where you have to keep in perspective. You can really, really get paranoid going outside thinking everybody's looking at you and you're trying to look for every detail out there, every sign language, fucking underarm scratch, and you're gonna try to fucking like like really be crazy then. So you have to be very subtle in it. It's a very subtle battle. It's a silent war. They call it a silent war. Let's give them a silent war with intelligence. And those are some of the things that we all gonna have to work on. And I'm gonna be a leader in this because I don't like getting tricked or duped, especially in my breath. And I don't know about you guys. I respect laws, maritime laws, everything. I respect life. You know, I know that that structure has to be there, even though I don't accept a lot of the corruptions and stuff, but I know it has to be there. So, how do I fix this problem? I start with myself every day now, guys. I wake up, I think good, I eat good, I watch what I eat, I put more knowledge into this mind. I don't have to look into the stars to know that the eclipse is coming. I have this thing right in front of me called technology that I use for my benefit and not for it to brainwash me. A lot of us today use this to get brainwashed. I use it as a tool. See, those are some of the ways, analogies that we all gonna have to start changing the ways of thinking. Um, like you all thinking electronic computers going to take over the world. Negative, negative, Nancy. Why would you say that, Captain Dane? Because I believe in my third eye is gonna be awakening. I know that people, me and another guy's gonna be able to talk without even fucking talking with a phone. So how is that gonna be obsolete? If I can talk to someone through my mind like this, telepathizing, and we're both talking like that, how can the damn robots take over my world? You see what I'm saying, you guys? You guys got to analyze one step ahead of everything that's put out there. Don't be fearful of it. Understand that you're here as a human for a reason. You're here because of your breath. You're here because the trees out there. And when you breathe out carbon dioxide, the trees breathing in oxygen for you. That's my God. That's what keeps me alive. Whatever keeps me alive is my God. And I don't have to take it out into the clouds and beyond the stars to go find the heaven. I have to keep it in here in three-dimensional world so that I can bring the God inside of me out. Does that make sense to anyone out there? Life is very simple when you take it into perspective that how you play this Mickey Mouse game, or I call it cartoonish game of life, because there's so many cartoons. Like I look at the government and presidents and everything right now, and lizards and all that crazy shit. It's a joke to me. It's a joke. I'm like, I'm a human. I'm a special person. I love myself, and I'm happy every day. And I was a victim of gang stalking. And to me, it's like I always thought I was a nobody. Now I got people fucking like all over stalking me and shit like that. That's pretty exciting for me. You know, I love that shit. Keep on bringing it. Come look at me. Wipe my ass 5 times a day if you want to. I don't give a shit. So I love to taunt the other side with my intelligence, and I do it really well. I do it with intention to fucking like, did he just say that? Y'all, did y'all hear what that boy just said? I love that shit. And so the thing about this thing is, we all have intelligence. We all conscious. The one thing that the awakening today is we all have to take in the awareness of it. The awareness is very important to me. And the awareness is once you get aware, it don't mean that you're aware every day, folks. Okay, that's why I do my videos of my daily journal, 3 checks every morning, is to remind myself that I'm aware. Because if you don't remind yourself you're aware, you're gonna go back into that cocoon. And that's what happened to a lot of people. They go back into that cocoon of, well, I'm only one person. I can't do nothing. That one person, you can't change my world, but I know you can change your world. Wake up, clean up. I don't know how to start. Like this is how I started. When I started, like I don't know what to do. I don't know. I feel like so many people trying to do shit to me, and then I didn't know what to do. So I started cleaning up. I picked up a broom. I started sweeping the house. Started folding my clothes. I started just ironing my shirt. I started going working out. I started with sweeping. Just be clean. Be a neat freak. Don't be a OCD kind of thing, but be clean. Clean your stuff out. Be on top of your game. Make your bed in the morning. Um, do things for yourself. And unfortunately, I lost my wife and all that good stuff over this. And bless their heart, it's nobody's fault. But my vibration today, it's such a dominant vibration that if people can't be awoken like me, they can't be around me. My energy would push them away. So it's nobody's fault. And then you have to take into consideration that I analyzed the whole relationship and I wasn't happy and all that good stuff too. You can't just blame one perspective of it. You can't just blame like, oh, it was gang stalking. That's why me and my wife ain't together. No, you have to be for 20 years, you have to actually be there in the relationship to know that you're unhappy. And when you're not unhappy, it has nothing to do with gang stalking or shoving, whatever. You're just not a happy person. So you have to be able to diverse your ways of thinking, folks. You can't just be, I call it a duality because I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. So I have everything as a duality. When I speak, there's going to be a good and a bad. The scenario of a good scenario, there's going to have a bad scenario. And that way you can find a solution. Because if you're always talking about the bad, you're not going to have a solution for the good. If you're talking only about good, you're never going to have a solution for the bad. I talk about both of them. That's why I always usually have a solution for a problem. And like the thing in life today, it's simple. It's simple, but this is the key to it. It's easy, but it's easier not to do it. And that's why we're a lot of us not doing it. It's just that much easier not to do it, and we're okay with it. But at the same time, that would have been not plausible to do the awakening because the cycle of life, the Christian cycle of life, is just now at the peak, and the awakening of the mask is happening, and it's happening faster and faster. The more people I meet that is aware of this, that's what gets me ticking now. That's what gets me excited. That's what gets me my motivation. That's why I'm a speaker. That's why I'm gonna be a leader to this new world understanding. I use everything that the negative is using. They call it new world order. I'm gonna call it my new world order. You know, the thing about this is another thing is the babbling of the English language. It gets us in a lot of trouble, folks. So you guys gotta really, really get this part right here, okay? The babbling, and it has nothing to do with the word. It has only how you process it. The word, it manifests it. So, like for me, okay, I have a foul mouth every now and then when I want to, unless I'm going to church and stuff like that. But I say shit, fuck, asshole, nigger, whatever. When I say it, it has no attachment to it. I say it because that's my lingo. That's how I speak. And then the people today's world, what do they do about it? Oh, you're a racist. Oh, you foul mouth. No, you're foul mouth for thinking I said, well, that's a foul mouth. It's the way you think about it. It's how you process it. See, and then for us in today's world, I change a lot of ways. Like the word that we use, problem. I got a lot of problems in my life, right? I caught on to that. I said, no, I don't have problems. I have obstacles. I have obstacles in my life. So anything that is an obstacle, I can deal with. I'm an obstacle. I love obstacle. Okay, and this is the thing about spiritual that I wanna before I leave. This one, I'm gonna leave this with you guys. In the marathon of life, okay, it's not who gets there first. It's if you're a marathon runner around the circle of life, we want everyone to get there across the finish line. So it doesn't matter who gets there first or last. We just want everyone to get there. And that's word of wisdom from the universe and source and beyond, a message for all of us living here. As a marathon runner of life, remember, it's not the first one that gets there. It's not the second, last, whatever. We want everyone to cross the line with love, respect, and understanding of their beautiful breath that they breathe every day. We breathe every day, but a lot of us don't take into recollection of why we're breathing, and you don't have an answer for that, and you get confused and lost. Don't do that. Live with a purpose. And then once you do that, and then all the evil, nasty thing, live with confidence, live with integrity, live with all the positive things that you can put in your head. And you ain't got to go out there and tell the whole world. This is something you do for yourself. And then once you manifest that for yourself, I promise you this, you will be guided, led by the universe. The trees that you breathe will hold your hand and take you through life. It's one of those things that if you believe in demonic shit or evil shit, you should believe in that much more in good, in love, in God, in Jesus, in Buddha. Don't react to it like a lot of these tree huggers and shit like that. No, don't do that kind of shit. Just know that it is there. Respect it. Respect nature. Like even like for this scenario, let's say the computer take over the world and every human's computer and shit, right? Well, that sounds kind of scary. But for a person that believes in the universe, this earth ain't shit to the universe. I'm telling you, just one big ass rock like this out there in the space hitting this earth, there ain't gonna be a robot left in this world. I promise you that. I promise you that. So these are some powerful things that I'm gonna leave back, and I'm trying to put so much of my information in this one video. And I'm going past my hour, but I'm gonna keep on going. But this is another thing for the gender. Okay, there's a gender, a new world or gender here on Earth. And this is the thing about you guys. You guys miss this part every freaking time, and you guys fight girl boy fight here on Earth. This is the girl boy fight that I'm gonna highlight and wake up those that deserve this awakening. Okay, if you're a spiritual being having a human experience like I am, this should put a smile on your face, and you won't even worry about a lot of that shit, gay, whatever stuff that's going on in the world. Okay, any man power, girl power battle in this world, this should solve the problem. If you're a spiritual being having a human experience, okay, when you pass and you go to the other side of wherever we go, I'm not saying I know the answer, but I can guarantee you this much: you don't have you don't have a vagina, and you don't have a penis, and you don't have noonies. You don't have none of that. So be here on this earth, and you can get like, man, woman, I hate woman power, and I want to be gay, and all that good shit. I'm telling you guys, when you get to the other side, it's not a gender. It's just a vibration. You might want to take that into consideration of your life, and then all this gay, feminine, man versus woman battle, it makes no sense to you. And when something makes no sense to you, and you have the answer like I just gave you guys, that's great. That's great information. When you get to the other side, you don't have a vagina, you don't have a penis, you don't have noonies, folks. It's just a vibration. And when you get that part, you look at all the gay and all that stuff like that in this world today, it doesn't make sense. Right? I don't like talking a lot about it, but I'm going to talk about it. Okay, this is the gay thing. And I save a parking space for a handicapped guy, but I'm not gonna give rights to people that are gay because it's a choice. Okay, this is a choice. It's a choice, and the only way I'm saying it's a choice is because of this. With the science and the technology of today, let's say they can give you enough estrogen for a man to be a woman, and enough testosterone for a woman to be a man. Okay, so that fixed the problem of gay right there. That solved that problem of gay. So from there, it's choice. There's a solution to the problem, but that's the choice that we all make right there. So with that right there, you're gonna have to take into consideration that am I an asshole or am I not understanding for other people? No. I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you shit like that's real shit. Think about it. Does that not make sense to you all? That 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 choice right there is messing up this world. Cause I ain't never seen two lions say something wrong with my DNA and I think I'm gay and I'm not gonna go fuck none of them lionesses out there. I'm just gonna hang around all these other lions and try to smell their butthole. They don't do that shit, man. Come on, guys. Come on. Why us intelligent humans get tricked in that? That's the part where it's like brainwashing is one thing, but being stupid is another, man. Like, I believe in DNA getting messed up. I understand the water they feed us is trying to making a lot of us turn queer or whatever. Yeah, I believe in all that, but the situation of intelligence should only be that big. Like I say again, I ain't never seen any fucking animal out there fucking two male animal fucking each other, folks. Well, I seen a horny dog hump my leg one time. That's about it. But as far as two male dogs fucking each other, I ain't never seen that. You know, like as an intelligent human being, you would think, okay, if there's a geno or something wrong with their DNA, it would happen into the animal kingdom too, right? That would be plausible. It would make sense then. But you go out in the animal kingdom, you don't see two male animal ever having sex. You don't see it. The only thing you see is unique is maybe a seahorse that a male seahorse carries the baby. That's the only thing that I think that's kind of like different in the male and female origin is the seahorse. But I got a lot of knowledge in this head today, and it's fun for me because I try to figure out the problem and have a solution. I don't just tell people what the problem is. I'll give you a solution. It's up to you guys to put into to emphasis and see if it makes sense in your life and can you put it into your life and help you with it. You know, information, it's an informational stage of this world today. The information is there. You don't have to look in the stars to see the comets coming. The telephone is going to tell you it's coming. You know, so it's how you use your technology. And likewise with your mind, it's how you use your mind. If you only know how to use your technology to the point of being brainwashed, that means you don't know how to use your mind. Your mind's only being brainwashed. You guys understand my point in that? So, like for a person like me, I don't know much about technology, but I know how to use the technology as a tool for me. Because I'm a tool kind of guy. I love tools. I love I love tools. I love America because America got every tools in the world. And those are some of the things that we're gonna have to start working on. And as far as the government and president and all that, I ain't got time for that. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, folks. It's like for me, I analyze on a higher spectrum, right? Uh, my family, refugee from Vietnam, 7 people and my dad's whole family. And I went back to Vietnam and see how poor they were. And my mama's side of the family live in a little tiny tin house, about 8 people in one little fucking tin house. Man, I'm blessed to be in America. I love America. I want to help America. I want to do something for the people of America. I love the freedom, and I don't understand why a lot of us, well, I do understand because a lot of us don't venture out into the world and only accept whatever's already been uploaded in our mind. I know exactly what's happening to a lot of us. That's why I'm never mad or hateful of anyone anymore. I feel more like sad and wish that they could get on this level of mine so that they don't get put in that situation. Because a lot of this brainwashing things you can say is brainwashing, but a lot of the choices you make, guys, you're gonna have to pay for it in your spiritual side. You can't use that I didn't know card in 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 your spiritual side. It's very detailed, documented, and you guys just have to use analogies of you see how smart we as a human, okay, and then you see how smart of the technology that we have here as a human. Now I want you guys to think how much intelligent does your spirit technology and all that of your spirit side, how sharp it is compared to here on this three-dimensional world, and how much sharper the record is of every detail that you have done in life. Every action has a reaction, folks, believe it. Everything you do in this world, it will come back in full. The sun goes around every day. The moon goes around every day. Don't wake up and act like, what the hell is the sun? What the hell is the moon? Likewise with your spirit, your actions that you do in life today, when it comes back to you in full, don't be surprised about it. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to be worried about it here in your three-dimensional world if that's all you're thinking about this avatar. If you're just thinking about this avatar having a great life, then good. You're in the category of brainwashing number two. Money, 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 money. That's brainwashing number two. You're good people. Some of y'all are really good people, but it's just your money. It's just all you care is about money. I'm not saying money's a bad thing. I'm just saying the majority. You know, when I speak, folks, don't ever take like I'm grabbing the whole band of chopstick. I'm only singling out the majority. You know, it's not the whole spectrum. It's just the majority of it. And a lot of us right now needs a lot of help of awakening. And the awakening shouldn't be scary, but it's going to be scary for a lot of us. Like I said earlier, is the fact that when you start knowing that you got duped or tricked, you guys can't handle it. You guys are going to beat yourself up. That's the part of brainwashing that is most scary when you get awakening. Is that when you're going to realize, like, damn, I got duped, I got lied, and then you start like in denial, and then you're trying to go back to fucking like I don't know shit, I don't know shit, and then that's when you start like acting weird and crazy. So with a mentor like me or a coach like me, I'm telling you guys, be aware of that when you get your awareness. Don't beat yourself up. Just just take in the information and then evolve with it. Is that a beautiful word? Evolve with it. In the battle of good and evil, well, like I say, if there's a battle of bad and good, I'm good. If there's a battle of evil and good, I mean evil, and if there's a battle between evil, I'm a hero. So either way you want to look at it, it's the way you analogize life, guys. You twist it. Don't use the same babbling. Make it work for you. Put the attachment of whatever they say that's demonic. Like for instance, today, like I say, I don't use the word gang stalking. What the fuck is that? I don't think I know about that. Like stalking when you put up for Santa Claus putting shit in there. I just say I call it the universe is testing me. You know, don't give it a title. When you guys give things a title, you're feeding it. Stop feeding negative energy and it'll go away. Stop being scared of a ghost and the ghost go away. Stop being scared of certain thing, it'll go away. The more fearful, the more you make a scene about it, they love it. That's how they harness their power. They're gonna grow. The more you talk about bad things, the more it's gonna grow. The more that's how it feeds. It's how it gets fed. Don't feed it. But I don't know. I was all over in this